Welcome back. It's been a while since I saw you last, and I have to say, you're looking well. I'm so delighted you came back to see me. Go on, sit yourself down beside me, and I'll carry on with my story. Now, the last time you were here, the little cottage had new residents. We met them briefly as they were busy moving in. Meanwhile, up in the dark, dusty, and cobwebbed attic room, the hidden resident is listening to all the commotion carrying on all around the house. He hears voices, and then the front door opens. He hears the sound of people walking around, and finally, loud footsteps running up the stairs. He's very confused and frightened by what's going on in his house. Who are these people? And what are they doing in his home? No one had lived here since the old woman passed away, and that was a few years ago now. It had only been him. So what did they want? He had lived there, in that very spot, since the house was built by the old woman's husband many years ago. At the time, they were a young, newlywed couple, very much in love. He had watched from the shadows of the trees with such excitement as her husband and his four brothers constructed the house from scratch. They were all fine, strong young men. And she was so very beautiful. He watched the house day and night. And when it was finally completed, he thought to himself, "This is somewhere I can call home." The young couple had been so happy and carefree. They started a family, but the years seemed to go by in the blink of an eye. Soon, the children had all grown up and left the house to start their own lives, as is the way. The couple, now elderly, were still happy and somehow even more in love than the day they first met. But that came to an end, and soon, the old woman was the only one left. For a long, long time, it was just the two of them, even though he lived there in secret. He often heard her crying herself to sleep at night, and oh, how he wished he could be there for her, to comfort her in her time of need. But he didn't want to frighten her, so all he could do was watch from the shadows. Then one day, out of the blue, she started singing. She sang the songs her and her husband used to sing together. She started laughing and enjoying the shows she used to watch on the television. It was like she was back to her old self again. But then, she'd passed away, and he was left all alone. In the darkness of the night, he would dream of the family who once lived in the house, and especially the old woman. He had loved her so much, and desperately missed her. Regret is a terrible thing, isn't it? If only he could go back and spend some time with her. Why hadn't he been brave enough? Now, after all these years, the house is filled with children's laughter again. And this brought a tiny spark of joy to his lonely heart. The house didn't seem so cold anymore, and for the first time in years, he had some hope. He wasn't alone anymore. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.